Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming, and in this video I'm going to show you a few things that I bought. I'm actually going to go through some singles that I bought in a collection, and then we're going to open up some booster packs that I have for sale. Alright, so let's start with the 3 PSA cards. I just got these in. So normally I only pick up the Gem Mint 10s, but I went ahead, and since there's so many of these like sporadic random Japanese Meijis, Bandais, you know, whatever, I went ahead and just picked up higher grade copies that weren't the PSA 10 because, like, take this one for example. This is a PSA 9. Honestly, it's in really nice shape. I don't know why I didn't get the 10. Probably just something that the grader saw, or maybe there's a line in here. But this is about $500 versus the 10, which the cheapest one I'm seeing online is $7. I offered someone $5,000, which was more than the last sale, and they didn't bite at that. So for me, this is one that I'm willing to wait on. I'm okay with having a 9, and if I can get the 10 down the road in an auction, you know, that'd be pretty cool. But until then, I've got a placeholder. Same thing with this one. I don't think I actually saw a PSA 10, but like this PSA 8 copy was pretty cheap. And then here's a Yu-Gi-Oh card I picked up. You know, you guys know I like to collect characters, and for Pokemon it's Charizard. For Yu-Gi-Oh, you know, I'll probably try to pick up Blue Eyes White Dragons here and there when they're cheap. But I've got a long way to go. There's so many reprints of this card, and there's editions within editions, so it would be pretty tough to do this one. And while I'm trying to still focus on the Charizards, I'm not going to focus on this one. But if you do have Blue Eyes White Dragons that I don't have, you know, I would certainly take it in on trade or possibly purchase if it was a good deal. But I'm not looking to invest heavy into that. But in the meantime, if I can pick them up here and there, maybe it'll make it a little easier on myself down the road. Now, something I did do for Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not going to read this note completely, so you don't want to read all of it, but I bought this Yu-Gi-Oh! Collection off of a guy. His name is Brian, and he said that he was a collector and a player since it first came out, and he reached out to me basically through email, and he sold me these cards. Now, I'll be honest with you, a lot of these I have no idea what they're worth. The main reason I bought it was because he threw in this Charizard VMAX in the back, which is a Pokemon card. I mean, you guys know that one. It's in really nice shape. Probably going to have that one graded. And he also had some vintage Yu-Gi-Oh cards in here. So I paid $400 for everything. I figured, you know, with as many holographics there are here, it couldn't be that bad of a deal. He told me he'd do anywhere $400 to $600 is what he would get. And, you know, I said, for $400, you know, I'll try it. And so, like, I saw once like this. We've got 1,000 Dragon, which, ironically, this is one of the only cards I remember keeping the first time I made a Yu-Gi-Oh sale. I went to basically like a pawn shop type deal, but it was a collector shop. They had cards. There was a guy there who bought and sold cards, and I think he gave a percentage to the shop for whatever he bought. And he ended up paying like $260 for my collection, which back then was insane. I mean, this was back when I was like probably 14, so 2004, 2005, something like that. And, you know, that was unheard of. And he actually let me keep a few of these 1,000 Dragons. I had 3 or 4 of them, and I remember keeping 1 or 2. It was the only thing that I kept. And what I did was I took from that original collection plus my non-holos, and I rebuilt my entire collection through trades. And it was fun. And what's cool about this, you can tell it's an original print just by how the texture is. Pretty cool sleeves. But let's go through some of the rest of the stuff. Most of these I have no idea what they're worth. Like, I see some cards in here. I mean, that's like a Scapegoat, but it's a token. There's an original Lava Golem, Pharaonic Guardian. There's a 1,000 Eyes Restrict. That's a reprint. The original one come out in, was it Pharaoh's Servant, I believe, and it was an ultra rare. But you can see right there, it's DL1, which that's still a pretty old one. Got some more tokens. Mask of Dispel, that's Labyrinth of Nightmare. Griffin Wing, that's from Stardust Pegasus. That's first edition. Ciaru. Dark Duel Stories. Now you really want the Blue Eyes DDS. That's the one that you want. Got a Kinetic Soldier that came from the World Championship 2004 game, and the only reason I know that is because I think I bought that game just for the Harpy's Feather Duster, which was a really powerful card. That one, and there was a Sinister Serpent, I believe, in that one. You have Royal Command, Labyrinth of Nightmare. This comes from the movies. It's the EP1. I'm not sure what that stands for, but there was 3 of them. There was Sphinx Telea, which is this one. Andrea, I can't even remember all 3 of them. But there was 3 of the Sphinxes, and then I believe a Pyramid of Light. I believe that was the same one. It's really hard to remember all this stuff because it's been years since I dealt with Yu-Gi-Oh! Especially the newer stuff I don't know that well. There's an XYZ Dragon Cannon. And I believe since this is the secret rare, this is the one from the 10. Let me see. Yeah, you can see BPT right there. There was an ultra rare version, I believe, from Magician's Force. Got Harpy Lady Sisters, that's Metal Raiders, Relinquished. This is going to be a Stardeck Pegasus one, which I believe the one that come from the pack was also ultra rare just like this, but it was Magic Ruler. Don't know much about these. There might be something worth some money in here. Judgment of Anubis, I believe this was originally released in Invasion of Chaos. It was a secret rare. This is the RDS reprint version. But I won't go through all that stuff. Let me just blaze through here a little bit faster. I know you guys are probably mostly Pokemon, and we're going to open up some Pokemon packs there at the very end. But just in case there's something crazy in here, I feel like maybe it was a different type of Wyvern card that used to be pretty expensive. Because I did have a... Oh, cool, enemy controller. Here's the Book of Life. I did have a shop for a few years, and so I did have many of the Yu-Gi-Oh! There's a Valkyrie and the Magna Warrior. I did have many of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Releases come through my hands, and I cracked a lot of the boxes. Had a lot of fun buying and selling cards. That one from the Labyrinth of Nightmare, the Ultra version, is really nice. It was an Ultra Rare Spirit Reaper. Got Magic Cylinder, that's an LOB Monster Born. Mystical Space Elf was one of my favorite cards. I loved having this card in my deck. It was, I'm pretty sure it was limited to one, but it's a quick play Magic card, so you can basically play it like a trap. But you can play it like a Magic card too. So Magic cards you can play the same turn that you have them. Trap cards have to be set for a turn. But you know, with a quick play Magic card, you could play it during your turn, or you could set it on the field and play it during your opponent's turn. If it was during your turn, you could play it from your hand. Ash Blossom. I feel like that used to be a pretty expensive card, but that's definitely a different print run. There's the Torrential Tribute I was talking about. This is the original print, Labyrinth of Nightmare, first edition. I imagine it's not crazy expensive, but for me, I used to love playing this card in my deck. Basically, you flip it up when somebody summons a card and it destroys all the monsters on the field. I liked wiping the field clean because I knew that I could come out really strong, most likely the next turn. This is probably the second time Genzo was printed in BPT, other than the first edition and Unlimited, if you consider those two different prints. Got some Stardust Dragons. I've heard that's pretty good, but I feel like it's probably been printed so many times. These are like textured gold, which is kind of cool. I don't know much about any of these. Got a Steel Swarm, a bunch of Steel Swarm stuff. See, with Yu-Gi-Oh, man, they'll take, like, say you had a base set Charizard, they would reprint that thing as a non-holo, as a rare, as a super rare, as an ultra rare, a hyper rare, secret. They'd print that thing over and over and over again, first edition Unlimited. But you know, people still like it, and Yu-Gi-Oh is much more limited on their product. There you go, Regeki and Mirror Force. That's what you want in your hand. It's like the ultimate destruction on your turn and the ultimate destruction on your opponent's turn. Other than Cyberjar. Oh, Max C. I believe that used to be a card that people like to play a lot. Again, and yeah, I know it seems kind of crazy, like all of these are holographic cards, but some packs of Yu-Gi-Oh, like the entire pack is holo. Some sets, the entire set, every card that you can get in the set is holographic. So it doesn't always mean that, you know, it's necessarily a $5, $10 card or something like that. Some of these can be basically bulk. Solemn Warning. There's another Mirror Force Regeki combo. I like that. Black Skull Dragon. That's from the BPT 10. I remember my parents were going to buy me a sealed Black Skull Dragon BPT 10, and they didn't because it had a dent in it, and the price was $20. My dad wanted to get it for $15. I have no idea what that thing's worth now, but it's a lot more than that. There's the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, the one that I just got graded. See, there's an ultimate rare, Blue Eyes White Dragon, and that's one of the reprints from the Jump. And then there's Injection Fairy Lily. Pretty cool card there. Alright, so it's enough of the Yu-Gi-Oh! I've been watching this series again. After I started buying some of these cards up, I was like, you know, let's watch a Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. So I've been playing that in the background as I list stuff. So I've had a lot of consignment items come in. Oh, and speaking of consignment, this one ends tonight. This Neo Destiny first edition booster box, I've already shown you guys. It's in super nice condition. I think it's right at $33,000 or something like that right now. So if you're interested in that, it's still available. Now, the new pack that's available we have some heavy, likely, first or unlimited fossil packs. I've got them up on my website. And these are the lightest of the ones that are heavy. And the reason I say likely is because none of these come from sealed booster boxes that I had. It was a lot that I purchased off of Bespoke Pokemon's contact, friend, whoever. And I didn't purchase them from him, but I paid him. He paid the people that they're his friend or the family that had the cards. And I really didn't have a plan to sell these, but I wanted to put another product up because you guys basically bought through the base set packs very quickly. I have one base set pack left. And so I thought I'd offer these out. And I'm going to open up a few of these lighter ones. I'm going to open up 2 packs. If both of them have hollows, we'll probably stop there. And but these do come with a hollow guarantee, so if you did want to purchase any of these, as long as I open them up on YouTube for you, you have the guarantee that there's going to be hollow in there. But another reason I wanted to open up a few packs for you guys, so that we can kind of get an idea of the quality, because we don't know for sure that, you know, these are definitely going to be from several different boxes, at least 3 different boxes. However, at least we can kind of get an idea of the quality from a few packs that I open. So let's put those 3 in the front. And these are the lightest of all of them. I have them going all the way up to 21.7 grams, which is pretty heavy for a fossil pack. So we got Cloyster, Golbat, Slowbro, Snot, the Krabby Era, Geodude, Gambler. The centering looks good on at least the commons and uncommons, which really isn't indicative of at all of the hollow. Oh man, we've got a Lapras right off the bat. Alright, so let me get a sleeve out. We'll look at the condition a little bit. Now this one is very notorious for print lines, so I am not holding my breath. Yeah, you can see a few light ones. You see it right there? Coming down. And then you actually got a few going horizontal too. Centering isn't perfect, but it's not too bad. It's a little thicker on the top than on the bottom. So there's one. Let's open up another one. Lapras is one of those cards where if you hit it in a 10 condition, you've hit big. But if you don't get in that 10 condition, then like, it's a Lapras. You know, this is one of the most common holographic cards that you can get in all of Wizards of the Coast. Got the Lapras and the Muck from Fossil that are like that, and they both come in theme decks. Muck, on the other hand, is really easy to grade, so it's definitely one you don't want to hit. But maybe I'll hit the Muck in this one, and it'll be out of the possibility for the next. Well, I mean, it could be in any of these packs because there's at least 3 boxes worth of packs here. Okay, so that one's not the Era. There's a Golduck, Graveler, Mr. Fuji. Now, what would be epic is we open up one of these packs and there's Galaxy foils in there. That would be insane. Ooh, we got an Aerodactyl. And looks like this one has some print lines too, which is unfortunate. But I'm not seeing... Alright, so these 3 edges look clean. I think on this last one, the Lapras had some silvering along the top. This one has silvering along the right side. It's not too thick. Sorry, my finger might look a little dead right there. I grabbed onto the muffler and the dozer. Well, I started smacking it with my hand thinking that it being super hot, me just touching it really quick wouldn't do anything, but it actually very much hurt. It was like, I immediately just regretted that decision. So the back isn't too bad. I thought I saw a white dot up here, but I think it was just part of the outside of the card. Overall, not too bad. Is that? I think that might just be. No, I think that's a little bit of white, or it might be a lip. I'd have to look at it a little closer. Sometimes I can't quite tell with the camera between me and the card. But overall, I wouldn't say that, you know, from the ones that we just pulled here that we have like gem mint 10 condition. By no means. There are some print lines in the hollows. The centering looks not too bad. The Lapras centering front was really nice, but on the back was a little off. But this one definitely didn't have the same issue. You can see it's a little thicker on the top on the Lapras. But again, there are several different boxes here, so the next pack could be something totally different. But anyways, if you guys are interested in the Fossil Heavy Booster Packs, they're on my website, tcagaming.com, and I've also updated the codes a little bit. I do have some Evolving Skies and other sets available. If you're interested in any of that, go check it out. Thanks.